Okay, I'm going to quickly show you how to add an image into your Thimble. All right, let's say that I wanted to add a cat image here along the list item with my cats. Well, I searched cats. Let's see. I'm going to go to images, and I'm going to, just because I want to be careful here, I want to use the usage rights, that the ones that are labeled for reuse, and that way I can just make sure that everything's working out. Okay. Now I'm going to show you how to add it as a URL, and I'm going to show you also how to upload it to Thimble. So let's say that I take this picture of a cat here and I say view image right here. And I know this is going to work because the extension here says JPEG. So it's going to be, this URL goes directly to an image file. So I'm going to copy this right here. Now with my along the same line as my list item for cat, I'm going to type in img for image, src for source, equals, and I'm going to put the double quotes in, and I'm going to paste this URL in here. I'm going to close my bracket right there. An image file it's not an opening or closing. It's one of those tags that just opens, gives the information, and closes by itself. It doesn't need an opening and closing tag. Now what you'll notice is that if I look at what the page looks like, it's just a giant picture of a cat. It's like too big, right? So what I can do on the same line is I can make one small modification. Now, you know, the people who are strictly into just modifying the images within the CSS will tell you to go to the CSS to do this. I'm just going to do it within the HTML because that way I can see it a little better. So I want to go height equals, and I'm going to use quotations, and let's say I want it to be 200 pixels. Okay. Now you want to either change the height or the width, but you don't really want to change both. And the reason why is because if you change both, you could run the risk of it being not proportionally adjusted. So let's say I do 100. Well, then you've changed it disproportionately along your vertical and horizontal axis. So change one but not the other. If you have like a width requirement that you need for a line, then just change the width, and then it will proportionally scale itself down. Now this is on the same line as the cats, so what you might want to do is, this little fix here is to use a line break code. So BR with a / and a closing angle bracket. It's a self-closing tag. It opens and closes within itself, and that just puts whatever comes next on a new line. Okay. Now what you might want to do instead of saving it as a URL is save it within Thimble, and there's reasons that you want to do that. And I actually did this. Let me delete this so that I can show you how to do this. So I'll show you. I'll identify the advantages to uploading in just a second. So let's say that I go to this cat and I want to save image as, okay, and we'll call it cats or cat2. I'll save it on the desktop. Okay. Then I go here. I want to go File, Upload a file from my computer, and I want this cats2 JPEG right there. Okay, now, did it upload? Oh, there it is. Okay, so here instead of putting a URL, let me go backwards here and say image source is equal to, and now it suggests my cats2 JPEG. Whoops, we want index.html. I wanted cats2. JPEG right there. And again, if it's too big, you can just change the height this way. Okay, and that way you have an image right here. Now, the advantage of uploading it here is that you get all these hexadecimal color values here that you may want to use later on in order to change the background so it matches like your cat color or like the color of the cat's eyes or something, and that would be this color. So it identifies like the most prominent colors in the picture, and it gives you the hexadecimal values for it. And we'll use that later on. And that's it.